All praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Makar Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the nation of Israel. Right, this is going to be a quick video on this painting here, which is supposed to be Zipporah, which was Moses' wife, and Moses. Right now, the image of Zipporah, okay, the skin tone's correct, right? But the image of Moses that we're seeing here on the right hand side, this is way off, right? And I'm just going to quickly get the scriptures, man. Moses wouldn't have looked like this. All right, Moses was a dark-skinned Israelite from the tribe of Levi that was able to pass for an Egyptian. All right, so let's go into the scriptures. All right, let's go to it. This is Exodus chapter 4 and verse 4. And Yahweh said unto Moses, put forth thine hand and take it by the tail. And he put forth his hand and caught it, and it became a rod in his hand. Verse 5, that they may believe that Yahweh, power of their fathers, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob have appeared unto thee. And Yahweh said furthermore unto him, put forth thine hand into thy bosom. And he put forth his hand into his bosom, and when he took it out, behold, his hand was leprous as snow. All right, so Moses' hand was leprous as snow when he did that, man. Meaning that his hand went to being white, right, to being pale. Verse 7, and he said, put thine hand into thy bosom again. And he put his hand into his bosom again, and plucked it out of his bosom, and behold, it was turned again unto his other flesh. All right, so what are these people talking about, man? Right, he was dark-skinned. Now let me get this, because Zipporah, in fact, Zipporah actually thought that Moses was an Egyptian, if I'm not mistaken, when he first met her, man. Let me get this. His daughter thought that he was an Egyptian. This is Exodus chapter 20 and verse 15. Now when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses, but Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian. And he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water and filled the troughs to water their flocks. And the shepherds came and drove them away, but Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. And when they came to Reuel their father, he said, How is it that ye are come so soon? An Egyptian delivered us out of the hand of an Egyptian delivered us out of the hands of the shepherds, and also drew water enough for us to water the flock. So there we go. Moses was mistaken for an Egyptian, right? Verse 20, and he said unto his daughters, where is he? Why is it that ye have left the man? Call him, that he may eat bread. And Moses was content to dwell with the man, and he gave Moses Zipporah his daughter. So the image of Zipporah was dark-skinned, right? But also the image of Moses was dark-skinned, man, which is why they thought that he was an Egyptian. But he wasn't an Egyptian, he was an Israelite, right? But the reason, like, that shows that the Israelites and the Egyptians had a similar image, man, as well as the Ethiopians also. Because when you go to Amos 9, it says that they look similar. Amos 9 and 7, which I'll go to it since I mentioned it. But sometime when you're watching videos like this, you have to learn to read the scriptures for yourself, man. Amos chapter 9 and verse 7. Are not the children of the Ethiopians unto me? Are not the children of the Ethiopians unto, are ye not as the children of the Ethiopians unto me, O children of Israel? Now that means that he's pretty much saying, don't you look similar? And we do. Saith Yahweh, have not I brought up Israel out of the land of Egypt, and the Philistines from Kaphor, and the Syrians from Ker? So what are people talking about, man? This image here is a false image, man. Moses would not have looked like this. All right, Moses would not have looked like that. Moses was a dark-skinned Israelite from the tribe of Levi that was able to pass for an Egyptian. Shalom to the nation of Israel. Shalom.